spider?
A spider?
Yes.
Where? Don't kill it.
No, I mean the leg. Looks like a spider.
Oh,
It
looks for the camera.
Like this.
Yeah.
Like it's a spider critter.
It's
The
supposed to
tripod?
be. Yeah, it's supposed to be like a spider. It can go anywhere. It can climb anywhere.
Oh god, that's terrifying.
I'm not scared of spiders.
It's the only one I'm gonna.
I've never seen a big spider.
Never?
No,
Should we go to Australia? They have-
And why am I high spiders? I like high spiders, I don't know why.
Morning, Dave. Good morning, Esteban.
Nice.
Good morning, Curtis. Good morning, Diego. All right, very good.
Sorry.
So, like I said today, guys, we're going to be talking about our dreams. About dreams, especially one person's dream, Bessie Coleman. Has anyone heard of Bessie Coleman before?
No.
Yes.
You have?
Yeah, but only because I read ahead in the book thing of study thing.
Really? Diego, do you know Bessie Coleman? She's a pilot.
Yes,
She's a pilot. I know you know a lot about aviation.
yes,
Bessie Coleman is very famous because she's not only one of the first female pilots, she's also one of the first African American pilots in
Yes.
history. So she had a lot of struggles to face. She had lots of struggles to face. But her dream, right, her dream was to be a pilot. Her dream was something that had never materialized before her. She was the first African American female pilot to really actually become famous and really make a name for herself. She was famous during her own lifetime as the first female pilot of African American and Native American descent. Bessie Coleman and her legacy have been celebrated in places such as the U.S. postage stamps. Her name and face are on stamps. Bessie Coleman is not around anymore. She died in 1926, but her memory lives on.
So she's like that girl,
Amelia
she was
Earhart?
like this. No.
Oh, I know what you're saying. The We Can
something-
Do It.
The Riveter. Rosie the Riveter?
Yeah, we can do it. What is that from again?
That is from a poster during wartime when we needed
Motivation?
we needed motivation.
They would work in the Air Force, right? Like on the plane?
Yeah, because during war, all the boys and men had gone off to fight the war, so the women were actually going into the factories to fill in all the jobs that the men left behind. That's why there's that "we can do it, we're strong" mentality. Very good. That's a great example. So she was born in Atlanta. Oh, it says Atlanta, Texas. Apparently, there's a city in Texas called Atlanta. So she was born in Texas during a time when women of color were not admitted into aviation school. So she couldn't go to school to become a pilot. Bessie understood resourcefulness, daring, and resolve to overcome stereotypes about race and gender. This biographical selection from the official U.S. Air Force website describes the specific accomplishments of the woman known as Queen Bess. Queen Bessie. So we have a short video to watch. TV, can you hit the lights?
Yes.
Made aviation history.
Okay, very good. So during this time, can you turn on the lights again? During this time, aviation was new. When was the airplane invented?
1921 or 2.
It was invented, Orville and Wilbur Wright. They flew on December 17th, 1903.
No, it's
Oh, I read about that once.
They were the inventors. So during this time, when Bessie Coleman was alive, the airplane was new. It wasn't really around much. The only pilots at that time were men, so she had an uphill struggle. So that's why she dared to dream. She dreamed about being a pilot, about being the first female African-American pilot, and she made those dreams into reality by creating a plan. Now, before we read the story, I want to go over our vocabulary words. What's our first vocabulary word?
Achieve.
Achieve. Very good. What does achieve mean?
To accomplish.
To accomplish something?
Yes.
Any other definitions for achieve? Esteban, what does achieve mean?
You achieve something.
What does that mean?
That means you get something.
Yeah, you are successful,
Yeah.
right? You are successful. Good. To accomplish through effort or skill or to reach a goal. What's the next word we have?
Consist.
Consist. What is consistent?
To like be like sure about something, like to like not be consistent.
Oh, you mean consistent.
Consistent.
consistent?
Oh, I'm okay, consistent.
Has
Tell
anyone
something.
heard of
To
consist?
tell something to someone.
Yes, Emma.
Like be made of,
Made of, yeah.
kind of.
This
like,
pen
it
consists of what? Ink, plastic, stuff like that. Exactly. So consist would be to be composed of. To be composed of.
Okay, my book.
Okay,
Get my
let's
book.
get our books, guys. Anybody else?
Got my book.
Pull it up on your laptop there.
Can you two share a book?
Yep.
Don't into your studies.
Okay. Jaden, can Jaden see on his laptop?
Yeah, that's why I have some laptops on.
Okay.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Exit slip for you. What this exit slip is just for me to understand how much you learned today, what you learned, and we're gonna write down 3 things you learned today. That's for 3. 2 things that you found interesting, and 1 question that you still have. 1 question that you still have. So give this to you, John. Before you answer that, I would like you to fill out your exit slip. When you're done with your questions and I check your answers, then you can fill out your exit slip. Anything we learned in class today?
How about the definition?
Those can be things you learned today, if you learned them today. Okay. Right? What does that mean? What does nuance mean?
I'm getting confused with nuance and subtle.
Oh, you're getting them mixed up?
Yeah.
Well, what does nuance mean?
Slight variation of difference.
Right, a nuance is just a little variation, a little different. What does subtle mean?
Barely noticeable.
They are similar. They are kind of similar. But for me, I would say something subtle is, let's pretend you're at a restaurant and you're eating some food with a very subtle flavor, a subtle taste. It's barely even noticeable. That, I would say, yeah, maybe these shrimp have a subtle taste, subtle spicy flavor, or a subtle sweet flavor. Just a little bit, barely even noticeable. Or we can also talk about like a song that you're listening to. It might have a subtle voice in the background that you can barely even hear.
My brother goes crazy if there's a subtle taste of tingliness in the food.